Hey everyone, let's go ahead and check on these bees. See if we see anything happening here. I am going to get my glove back on because you can never be too safe, right? Okay, let's see. Oop, look here. There's one bee. That's hive number 2. You see anything going on in there? All right, let's see who else we can check on here. Still no action from hive number 3, which is really shocking to me. It is 30 degrees out here, so these guys probably don't really want to come out. But I figured maybe because the sun was shining, they might just. But I'm seeing nothing. They're all hunkered down because it's cold. That little bee by the entrance there. It's frozen right on in there. Poor little bee. Well, I'm itching to get this process underway. Still got some time to wait. But I think they're gonna be all right. Time will tell. I'd really rather that it just stayed. Ooh, there's a lot of water there. I'd rather that it just stayed really cold and then just get warm really fast and stay that way. Because what happens is, hold on, let me get my stand here going. What happens is if it gets warm and then cold and then warm and then cold, the bees will go ahead and break cluster over and over again. And what happens is they end up, oh hey, we got some bees coming out of this one here. They end up needing to eat more. And then they need to come out and do their cleansing flights and things like that. But if it stays cold and the bees stay in their nice warm little ball around their queen, and then it gets warm really fast and stays that way, we have less of a chance of these bees starving out, and it's a lot better for them. So I'm hoping the temperatures don't start fluctuating in the next little while. So I'm watching that really closely. And I'm painting the tops of the hives right now. I'll go ahead and put a video of some of the hives that I've painted the tops to. I know those aren't going to stay nice or anything, but it's giving me something to do during the winter, and it's making me happy, and they'll be good for a little while. We're going to spray them down with some poly on the top. But I know they're not going to stay nice, but I think it'll be fun just to have them for a little while. But, well, guys, it's still winter here, and we're doing what we got to do. Look how it's nice out today. But tomorrow and the next day, we're supposed to get more snow. Got to keep an eye on all my fruit trees up there. These smaller fruit trees that you see in the background. There's some small apple trees there, and the deer just love to eat all the branches off of them. So I've got to get myself some Irish Spring soap and hang them on there before too long. You can see there's bars of soap hanging on some of the trees, but it's lost its fragrance because of the cold. And you can see them out there on the peach trees. But that works pretty well. And I'm going to have to get going on pruning my grapevines, and I've got concords up there. And there's a peach down here and a whole bunch of apple trees going up. I got 2 big apple trees in the back, and this whole row is apples, and this row here is apples and pears, and there's some pears out there, and we've got elderberries down the bottom, and then we've got a whole bunch of plums down through here, and a black cherry down here at the bottom. No, I'm sorry, a black plum. And that whole row is peaches. And then way down there, there's some apple trees. And we've got some sickle pears. And then the last row up there is a mulberry in the corner. And also like 3 nectarines. Then if you come over the other side of our property, that's all, like I said, Concord grapes. On the other side of the Concord grapes, we've got a whole bunch of plums. And then we had another row of trees in there, but that wonderful black walnut there has basically killed them off by shading them out, for one, and also the poison from the outside of the black walnuts that is leached into the ground that basically poisoned my trees, so they're gone. And down here in the fence, can't see them very well probably, but there are 2 small hazelnut trees in there. Then right in this area, we've got a whole big row of rhubarb that grows. I'll give you a little more of a tour of what we got around here. Not so fun in this time of year, but you can't see everything. That's a whole row of blueberries there. And this one here is all thornless blackberries. On the other side, we've got a row of blueberries, and then a row that is blueberries, currants, red currants, black currants, about 5 gooseberry bushes. And then we come down this way. It's a weird giving you a tour of the the area in the snow, but what else do we have to do other than wait for it to go away? Now on this row here, we've got blueberries and juneberries and some josta berries. And this next row is a row of blueberries, but they're really small. And this last row is all blueberries. And in the front yard, I have an area as big as this blackberry area that is all red raspberries. And way up in the back in the center, I've got a huge area that is full of black caps or black raspberries. And a lot of people call them different things. But anyway, that's the tour. And Grandma's signing off. Thanks for being with me.